The tiny island of Anguilla has a population of just over 15,000 people. They're ranked 209th in FIFA, the worst in Concacaf, and they haven't won an official match since 2010. And they're moving on to the next round of World Cup qualification. After a scoreless draw in the first leg of their World Cup qualification series with Turks and Caicos Islands, Anguilla conceded first in the second leg to Billy Forbes. It looked like the dream might be over for Anguilla, but then Luke Paris equalized from the penalty spot just before the halftime break. The match went all the way to penalties where Paris and several of his teammates also converted, and Anguilla moves on to the second round. They're in a group with El Salvador, Suriname, Puerto Rico, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but even though it doesn't look likely that they'll get a result from any of those matches, simply playing more than 2 World Cup qualification games is a big step forward for football in Anguilla. And there's a lot of positive things happening. The Federation has invested in infrastructure, including a beautiful stand and pro shop at the stadium. Paris is one of 5 European-based players that Anguilla found in part thanks to the work of German-based scout Pascal Panicic. I'm probably not saying that right. Anguilla's captain Germain Hughes reached out on Facebook back in 2018 when he heard about the work that Pascal does for other Caribbean nations finding players who are eligible. He told me back in 2020 that if it took a dozen players who are eligible for Anguilla but based abroad to help the national team find that first competitive win, then he was all for it. While it technically goes down in the record book as a draw and the win on penalties, it didn't take 12. Hughes, Paris, and the entire team are into the second round of World Cup qualification, a historic achievement for Anguilla that led to celebrations as fans greeted them at the airport coming back from Turks and Caicos Islands. For more on this story and others from around the Concacaf region, check out my newsletter, Getting Concacaf, and follow for more updates from the region.